pioneer that I picked is Erik Erikson, and he published The Theory of Psychosocial Development. And my name is Kayla Barnett. In his childhood, Erik Hamburger Erikson was a Danish-German Jewish child. He was born June 15th, 1902 in Frankfurt, Germany. He experienced a childhood marked by uncertainty about his identity. This fueled his interest in identity for formation and psychosocial development. He was raised by his mother, Carla Abrahamson, and his stepfather, Dr. Theodore Hamburger. The fact that his stepfather wasn't his biological father and it was kept from him for many years, this led to confusion and a sense of not fitting in. During Erikson's young adulthood, he never received a formal degree in medicine or psychology. While studying at the gymnasium, I don't know how to pronounce that, he was primarily interested in subjects such as history, Latin, and art. His stepfather was a doctor, so he wanted Erik to go to medical school, but instead Erik went to art school, but only for a brief amount of time. He soon dropped out. He spent his time in Europe with his friends while contemplating his identity. Erikson's education. After high school, he moved to Florence to pursue his interest in art. In 1927, he became an art teacher at a school for children started by Dorothy Burlingham and Anna Freud in Vienna. He earned a certification from the Maria Montessori School. He embarked on psychoanalytic training at the Vienna Psychoanalytic Institute. In 1933, he immigrated to the United States and he became a child psychoanalyst, later teaching at Harvard, Yale, and other institutions. Erik's family. In 1930, Erik married a Canadian dancer instructor. Her name was Joan Serson. She was also teaching at the school where he worked. They had 4 kids. Kai T. Erikson is a noted American socialist. Neil Erikson had Down syndrome and was institutionalized. Erik rarely visited Neil. The Eriksons kept his existence a secret from many of their friends. And I think that said that he died at like age 21 or 22. Their daughter Sue Erikson is a psychotherapist in New York City. And John Erikson was a renowned developmental psychologist and was a record-setting long-distance swimmer. Erikson's best-known work is his theory that each stage of life is associated with a specific psychological struggle. He emphasized that parents and educators are each essential in supporting and encouraging the success a child has in life at every psychosocial stage of development. By providing the support that is appropriate for the stage, it results in a positive learning experience. Erikson's psychosocial theory addresses pattern changes in self-understanding, identity formation, social relationships, and worldwide across the lifespan. He had several different influential works. In 1937, Erik published Configuration in Play Clinical Notes, a work that explored childhood play and its significance in development. In 1959, he published Identity and the Life Cycle. This book contains 3 early papers that are considered a good introduction to Erik's theories. In 1969, he published Gandhi's Truth. It won the prize for general nonfiction and the United States National Book Award in category Philosophy and Religion. In 1950 is when Eric published his seminal work, Childhood and Society, that outlined his 8 stages of psychosocial development. Eric's theory was based on what is known as the epigenetic principle. This principle suggests that people grow in a sequence that occurs over time and in a context of a larger community. Erikson emphasized the importance of social relationships and cultural context in shaping personality development, expanding on Freud's psychoanalytic theory. Unlike Freud, who focused primarily on early childhood, Erikson expanded the scope of developmental psychology to involve the entire lifespan. And these are the 8 stages of the psychosocial development. At the infant age is trust versus mistrust. Toddler, I want to say that wrong, I'm sorry, versus shame and doubt. Preschooler, initiative versus guilt. Grade schooler, industry versus inferiority. I don't know if I said that right. Teenager, identity versus role confusion. Young adult, intimacy versus isolation. Middle-aged adult, generativity versus stagnation. Older adult, integrity versus despair. Sorry, I got my words mixed up. Pioneers who influenced Erikson. William James, The Principles of Psychology. It set the stage for many areas of psychology. John Dewey, he was the key figure of development of progressive education. Jean Piaget, his theory of cognitive development emphasized on how children learn and think. It influenced how educators approach teaching and learning. Jerome Bruner, his work on cognitive development and discovery learning emphasized the importance of active learning and understanding the structure of knowledge. The end of life for Erikson. In 1987, his health deteriorated. Him and his wife Joan returned to Cambridge, Massachusetts to live with 2 young professors who could help Joan care for her husband. Eric died at the age of 91 on May 21, 1994, at a nursing home in Harwich, Massachusetts. The Association Press reported that he died as a result of an infection. Erikson's influence on current teaching practices. Why is it important for teachers to be familiar with my pioneer's work, which is Erik Erikson? Teachers should be familiar with Erik's theory of psychosocial development because it provides a framework of understanding the social and emotional needs of students at different stages of life, enabling them to create age-appropriate learning environments and foster positive student development. Also educates teachers on how they develop themselves personally and their unique identity. Thank you, the end.